News Update Coronavirus April 4, 2020. Note, this is a collaborative video made between Travel for All Fanpage and Knowledge of Coronavirus channel. Please respectfully welcome everyone. The following is the remarkable news most on April 4 as follows. 1. Recommendation regarding the use of cloth face coverings, especially in areas of significant community-based transmission. CDC recommends wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain. For example, grocery stores and pharmacies, especially in areas of significant community-based transmission. It is critical to emphasize that maintaining 6 feet social distancing remains important to slowing the spread of the virus. CDC is additionally advising the use of simple cloth face coverings to slow the spread of the virus and help people who may have the virus and do not know it from transmitting it to others. The cloth face coverings recommended are not surgical masks or N95 respirators. Those are critical supplies that must continue to be reserved for healthcare workers and other medical first responders, as recommended by current CDC guidance. 2. Last updated April 3 at 9 a.m. ET. The U.S. became the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic after reported cases surpassed those officially reported by China. Since the novel coronavirus, called COVID-19, was first detected in the U.S. on January 20, it has spread to at least 245,601 people in the U.S. across all 50 states. Of the reported cases in the U.S., 6,058 people have died from the virus, with at least 2,538 of those deaths in New York, 537 in New Jersey, 417 in Michigan, 310 in Louisiana, and 272 related deaths reported in Washington state. The globe has hit its own milestone. 1 million COVID-19 cases have been confirmed worldwide as of Thursday afternoon, April 2, according to the Johns Hopkins Virus Dashboard. To date, 54,137 deaths globally are attributed to the virus. 3. U.S. News. Missouri Governor Mike Parson issued a statewide stay-at-home order starting on Monday, April 6. A supermarket in Pennsylvania said it had to destroy food worth more than $35,000 after a woman deliberately coughed everywhere in the game of coronavirus. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, wolves are wandering on the streets of California after residents retreated inside to limit the spread of the virus. The U.S. unemployment rate in March 2020 increased the most in 45 years. Oxford forecasts that by April 2020 there could be 20 million Americans out of work, raising the unemployment rate in April 2020 to 10%. Director of the Center for Economic and Business Research Michael Hicks predicts that the unemployment rate could reach 15% by the end of May 2020. 4. Vietnam News. At 6 a.m. on April 4, the Ministry of Health of Vietnam announced that 2 more patients were tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the total number of COVID-19 infections in Vietnam to 39 people. Patient 238, VN 238, female, 17 years old, has an address in Thach Ha Town, Thach Ha District, Ha Tinh Province. The patient is a freelance worker in Thailand, having previously been with friends. Patient 210 in Thailand. Patient 239, VN 239, male, 71 years old, address at An Hoa, Tam Duong, Vinh Phuc Province. 5. The Turkish airline previously announced its suspension of international and domestic flights until April 17. Facing the threat of a pandemic, on Wednesday, April 1, it had stated that all international flights will continue to be suspended until May 1. The Istanbul city government has confirmed on social media that 90 city government employees have been confirmed and are currently treated. Turkey's Ministry of Health reported a total of 15,679 people were sick and a total of 277 died. To date, all 81 provinces in Turkey have had an outbreak, of which the number of confirmed cases in Istanbul is 8,852. 6. In Greece, an outbreak occurred in a refugee camp north of Athens and 20 refugees were diagnosed, but all were asymptomatic. The government has isolated the 2,300 refugees camp and no one will be allowed in or out in the next 2 weeks. 7. Coronavirus strange prevention measures in the world. In Colombia, In some towns of the country, people are allowed to go out based on the number shown on each person's identity card. For example, residents of Varenchakrameji with identification numbers with a last digit of 0, 7 or 4 will be allowed to leave the house on Monday, while those with a last number 1, 8 or 5 are allowed to enter. Tuesday. The nearby Bolivian state applies the same way. In Belarus, President Alexander Lukashenko surprised many people about his behavior during the outbreak of coronavirus disease. He left at the idea that his country needed to curb the spread of the disease because he had never seen the virus fly around. Speaking to a TV reporter at an indoor ice hockey game, he also said that it was okay to have the crowd to watch the game because the coldness of the game field would keep the virus from spreading. In Turkmenistan takes a completely different approach to dealing with pandemic and prohibits the use of the word coronavirus. A Zatluk radio station said people talking about the virus or wearing masks in public places could be arrested. 8. Indonesia news. In the context of an increase in the number of new cases of coronavirus infection in Indonesia, many people in the country still disregard medical recommendations and go to a number of pubs where crowds of people congregate. All because of a traditional drink called jamu. Dr. Zubairi Jordan, a hematologist specialist at Kramat 128 Hospital in central Jakarta, also warned of widespread false rumors related to jamu's healing ability. Jamu cannot help us immune to the new strain of coronavirus. It also cannot treat COVID-19 if it is already infected, said Mr. Jordan.
Our newsletter is now over. Thank you for always watching and supporting our videos. Knowledge of Coronavirus, Channel and Travel for All Fantas respectfully, and see you in the next video.